What's going on, guys? Alan here. Welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful day here in Michigan right now. Last couple of days have been stormy, rainy. Look at it. Oh yeah. It is like 8 o'clock in the morning. It's Friday morning. Got enough sleep last night. We are packing up, going to the camper, but I wanted to do a one-off video today, just to kind of go over like equipment that I use to make videos, because it's one of those nerdy things that I like I did the lawnmower video, the 80 volt. I'm also really into the equipment that I use, and I want to show you guys kind of my journey over the last 18 months of starting this channel, where I've started at, what I've started with, and where I'm at now. And in my opinion, I can tell the difference in my videos. If you go back and watch my early videos till now, yeah, you can tell a big difference. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so in the garage here, on my new favorite toolbox, which I had 4, I got rid of 2 and consolidated. So I got this big guy here, and I did get the vise mounted, by the way. Just went straight down to the top of the drawer with bolts and nuts, lock nuts. So anyway, aside from that, that's not what this video is about, but I am going to be using this workbench to showcase my equipment. And starting with first stuff here, when I had the idea of starting this YouTube channel, I didn't even know what kind of YouTube channel I wanted to start. So I didn't have any equipment, you know what I mean? I had you know, my cell phone and an old PC that I built a long time ago. So to start, I needed a camera. So I was like, well, I don't know what I need, so I just searched Craigslist for video cameras, and for $75 I picked this beast up. Not the coffee. Alright, so this guy right here is a Sony Handycam. She is pretty old, but it does record in full HD 1080p. And that was one of the big things. Now, did I start recording in that right away? No, I started recording in 720, solely because the program that I used was it was set up for beginners. So the program I used, I can't even remember what it is now, but you just had to kind of tell it what to do, and it did everything for you. Very easy program to learn on. So that would only take MP4 files, and the files for 1080p on this are not compatible with that program, so I started off in 720 until I went to the program I use now. So I bought this on Craigslist for 75 bucks. You know, it doesn't have widescreen or nothing, so, but it works just fine. And now for my daughter's birthday last week, we actually gave this to her for her birthday present, because she's really into recording now. So, but that's what I started with. And then I know I needed some sort of action camera. Well, I couldn't afford a GoPro, so I went on Amazon and I found a 4K action camera here. It's called the Akaso Brave. This thing worked really good for the money. I think I paid 60 bucks for it. Worked really good for the money for about 30 days, which is all the warranty is good for. After that, it was low light all the time, no matter what I did. It was very pixely. Basically, the thing is junk. I contacted customer service. They're like, oh yeah, you can return it. Well, Amazon wouldn't let me return it because it was over the time. So I told them that. I said, how do I return it? Amazon won't let me, and they never reached back out to me, even though I sent countless emails and tried to call. So stay away from this junk. If you really want an action camera, get a used GoPro. So that's what I started with. Oh, well, my PC that I built. Alright, so that's what I recorded with, but now, as far as the PC that I use to edit everything, we got to go down to the basement. And just like that, apologize for the low light down here, but this is where the old PC is at. Right here she is. I built this for DVR a long time ago. It's got an AM3 socket in it. So it is a quad core, but the processors back then are definitely not what they are now. Now, time to show you the progression I've had on this channel with equipment. Alright, back in the garage now. Moving on. Now that the Akasa Brave was a complete piece of junk, I knew I needed a GoPro because, quite frankly, I used suction cups on the side of the truck for like the exhaust video I did. You just really need a GoPro for a lot of vlogging stuff that you do. Really, in my opinion, for anything, when you don't need to hold it or you can't hold it, you need something. So I wound up getting for Christmas a remanufactured GoPro Hero 5 Black. The reason why I asked for that one is it was a decent price range, plus it's 4K. I wanted to step up into 4K, definitely, and I figured worst case scenario, I could use that for a vlogging camera. But anyway, so GoPro Hero 5, and then around that same time, I really wanted to getting into the research, and a mirrorless DSLR camera seemed like a really good way to go. But you can spend literally, almost a couple $1,000s on a really good one like a Sony. Did my research because I still wanted to do 4K. The Panasonic Lumix G7 is 4K at 24 frames per second. So I knew I wanted one of those, but knew, depending on where you got them, $400 or $500. Long story short here, I really didn't pay full price for anything here. I either got remanufactured or used stuff. So those two cameras I'll show you now. Alright, so the GoPro Hero 5 Black right here, and this thing I just recently acquired. This is the Skylab Gimbal, and this thing is super slick. This has, for the time, decent stabilization on the GoPro Hero 5, but not the best. And then in 4K you don't get any on this one. Well, on this guy here, I got this also used, but this thing is pretty slick. You just turn it on here. A couple different settings here, but this one here, it just kind of guides your direction. And then for stabilization, I mean, it's fantastic. I love it. I mean, it's a 3-axis deal, but so, I use this quite a bit for a lot of, even my main vlogging camera. And now it is pretty much turned into my B-roll camera. Anytime I need to mount anything, if I'm taking scene shots or shots of the outside of the vehicle, I will use this because it's very stabilized with this gimbal. Moving on. Now that was remanufactured, $100, no issues whatsoever with it, none at all. And then this guy here, I did not want to buy brand new, obviously, because it was so much money, but this is the Panasonic Lumix G7. A couple benefits that I really love on this thing is, number one, it's 4K, number two, it's affordable, and the screen flips out. So when you're vlogging, you can see it from the front view. And then this thing, I mean, you can put it wherever you want. But this thing is absolutely amazing. The quality that this thing gives, the picture quality, is just fantastic. The 1080p at 60 frames per second is just so crystal clear, even though I'm pretty much doing 4K now. So I love this camera. My biggest gripe about it is there's no stabilization on this whatsoever. There are things you can do, you can add stabilizing lenses and everything to it, but that's just a ton of money. So I don't. I did add a wide angle lens on the very top of it to get just a little more angle. This lens was pretty cheap. I don't even know, maybe $16-17. But this guy here, I actually lost quite a few auctions on eBay trying to pick one of these up, and I finally won one. I want to say it was $220 for this thing, which is a steal, even used. So let's turn this bad boy on. I mean, this thing is amazing. And then I bought the Boya mic here. I don't know, $35 maybe. This is a non-powered mic. This muff here is for the wind noise. I mean, it literally knocks all the wind noise right out of it. Very good for if you're vlogging outside. And that's another thing on this Lumix, is it actually had the 3.5mm jack mic input for this mic, which you always really want as a vlogger. You want a lot better quality mic. Plus this for wind noise is just amazing. It works so good. There's nothing worse than making a video and then watching it back and having the wind ruin the whole thing. So, but I have the tripod mount on the bottom of this for mounting on the tripod. But anyway, yeah, I love this thing. Love it. And then stepping up to 4K caused me a huge problem, because now my giant old PC that I have downstairs, it's so choppy trying to edit the video. So I guess we'll talk about that next. Alright, so 4K video, the files are huge, so now I got a problem. Now I'm having a major issue editing videos on my old PC. So I went and purchased this guy here from Best Buy. I did have to order it because they don't carry this, but I did a lot of research. I really wanted a 4K monitor, but the Prestige MSI laptop was sold out. No idea on when they were going to get more in, because of this whole online learning thing, like, sold out so many computers. So I went with the next best thing from MSI. This is the Msi G65 Stealth. This thing is a beast. I wanted the mobility of a laptop. I know most people who do video editing use desktops, but I need to be mobile. I do a lot of video editing at the camper, on the couch, outside. It doesn't matter. But I use a free program now called Shotcuts. You can go online, download it for free. I mean, but you have to learn how to use it. It doesn't start off user friendly. You just have to watch a lot of YouTube videos on how to use it. But the program is absolutely amazing after that. So anyway, MSI G65 Stealth. The main reason, I know I wanted an MSI, but this one here, it has the 9th gen, last year's gen i7, and the reason why I wanted that is that this is the i7 9750H. This is a 6-core processor, and it goes up to, I believe, 4.5 gigahertz. This thing is a beast, and that's what Shotcut needs, is a processor. It's not very dependent at all on your video card, like a lot of people may think. Not whatsoever. But this does have a 6 gig GeForce NVIDIA video card, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and it has a 512 solid state drive in it. So this thing has been absolutely amazing. It's cooled really well because it's literally a gaming PC. And then the monitor itself is full 1080p. I mean, this monitor is, the best monitor I've had, because I don't really spend money on monitors, but this screen is just amazing. Yeah, so anyway, I got this at a huge sale on bestbuy.com. Typically this thing is, I want to say it was $15.99. I got this thing for $12.99. So this is all stuff, as you start, getting more and more into YouTube and making your videos and you want to be better, this is the kind of stuff that you just kind of start rolling into. But like I started this video off with, you don't need this to start any of this. This is just kind of what you graduate onto, your own personal preference, whatever. I love this thing. You can see the backlit keyboard. You can program it whatever colors you want. Every key you can make a different color if you want. It is sick. I love this laptop. And when I don't want to sit somewhere on my laptop, when I want it more comfy with my nice chair here, I've got a bigger monitor here, and then I have a Kensington 4600p universal dock here that, I just plug in my USB-C to the Thunderbolt, and then it controls anything I have plugged in, you know, anything USB, any monitor, and then it's also Ethernet. So yeah, another bonus right there. I love that dock. So now that leaves me with my next issue that I was coming up with. I love the G7, but I battled a lot of times with the autofocus. I would literally do a whole scene and it would be trying to focus in and out, no matter what I did to it. So it was just frustrating. I had to re-record a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love the camera, but I wanted something different. Now the GoPro Hero 8 Black had been out for a while now, so now, you know, the whole world's in this pandemic or whatever, they started giving really good deals. So they came up with a deal for this GoPro Hero 8 Black for $299. I didn't pass it up. I went and jumped on it, and that is actually my new vlogging camera now. So I'm going to switch over to the Lumix G7 so I can show you my setup on what I'm using right now. Alright guys, so now I am on the Lumix G7 and I will show you what I got with this new GoPro. I absolutely love this setup. Yes, Lumix, I'm sorry. I do love you too, but you just frustrate me sometimes. Anyway, let's check this out. Alright, here she is, guys. This is my full setup. Oh, mic's still on, look at that. There we go. Okay, so I got a little GoPro, the shorty stick coming, so this is just a handle I had laying around, but this is the setup here. It started with the GoPro Hero 8, and then now it's in the Media Mod case, which is an extra deal for the GoPro Hero 8 that does a lot of sweet stuff. And see autofocus. See what I mean? I think we're back in business now. Okay, gotta stop putting my hand in front of it. So the Media Mod case goes around it, and it gives you a little shotgun mic up front, and you can actually switch between that and the little shotgun mic up in the corner there. So that does that, and the GoPro is not waterproof after you put this case on, because it slides into it. You have to take off the side door over here to slide it in and plug it in. But this also has two cold shoes on it, so you can mount a light, you can mount a mic like I have here, and then all your connections right on the back here are right there. Super easy. And you know, you don't have to have an adapter. It comes for a mic. It comes with the 3.5mm jack, so you can plug your mic right in, and then you just got to tell the GoPro, hey, is this powered mic, non-powered? So that is the Media Mod for it. And then I purchased this mic here. This is a powered Boya microphone. Just started using this thing, so I don't really have any feedback yet. This is the first video I'm actually making with it, so I will see how this works. But it's so small. I absolutely love this. And then real soon they're coming with a display, a flip-up display that you can put on this Media Mod case, that will just flip up. So what I'll do is I'll wind up putting the mic on the side here, and then I'll put the flip-up display on the top so you can still see yourself while you vlog. This one downfall with the GoPro, but the GoPro has such a wide angle setting. If you have it on that setting and not linear, you have to really try to not have yourself in full frame. But anyway, that is the GoPro Hero 8, and yeah, I absolutely love this thing. Alright, with all that being said, I'm going to close this video out on the Lumix G7. You know, just in a nutshell, you know, that's what I started with, that's what I progressed. I love technology, seeing where technology goes. It changes all the time. If I could recommend one, if you wanted to go out and buy one camera for doing something like this, I would totally recommend the GoPro Hero 8 Black, just because you can do anything with it. You can vlog with it, and you can use it as B-roll, or you can put it anywhere. You can do anything with it. And then the options they're coming out with are just amazing. So, but you know, if you wanted to get started in this, 1080p 720 all day long, a lot of decent computers out there will be able to handle that processing on that. It's just not a cheap $200 one. It definitely won't. It's when you step into 4K that a lot of stuff changes. The file sizes are huge, and if you cannot get an accurate preview of what you're editing, it's a guessing game until you render the video and you see what you have. So but hopefully you guys enjoyed this one-off video about my random equipment. I'm not going to show you anything on the programming side of it, because on the editing side of it, because I don't think you really care about that. But this is an equipment video to show you guys what I actually use. Plus, I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch and edit this video and watch the difference between the Lumix here and the GoPro. The lenses are just so polar opposites. So anyway, enough rambling. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Until we meet again later.